Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is BTS. That's Behind the Scenes, a show that shares with you a sneak peek into the latest edition of the Business Today magazine with all our viewers as well. Joining in on this special edition with me are two of my colleagues, Rahul Oberoi, who's done the cover story, especially on the biggest buzz that we have been all witnessing all through 2025, and that's the unprecedented rally in gold and silver. And we will be focusing on what's the outlook for the new calendar year 2026 there. On the other hand, Karandhar, who's also joining in on the program, will be telling you about his own story coverage on two IITians who took the same path of launching electric vehicle two-wheeler companies but took completely different strategies and built their own companies. We are talking about Ola as well as Ather Energy, and we will try to find out some more insights from Karan on the same as well. But first up, to Rahul. I think Rahul, gold has been one topic that everybody has been trying to knock their brains behind as to what truly has happened. But this unprecedented rally of almost 80%, what were the factors that drove this kind of a rally, something which has not been seen in the past 5 decades in a single year that gold prices have shot up so much?
Yeah. So, Sakshi, thank you for having me on your show. So, you are right, gold witnessed humongous rally in the past year. So, a couple of factors like geopolitical tensions, falling rupee, and uncertainty over Trump trade tariff, all these factors supported gold. And gold ahead, market experts are still bullish on the metal and believes that they may see up to 20% kind of upside in this year. Even some of the analysts believe that gold may touch $5,000 in the international market over the next 12 months.
Wow. Now, Rahul, when we talk about silver also, the white metal, this time around, something even beyond the imaginations of the best of the commodity experts happened in silver.
Right.
Now, everybody from the last couple of years was thinking that, yes, silver going forward will have a larger appeal than gold. It was seen as the new gold, for an instance. And the whopping rally of near 180% took everybody by surprise this time around. So, do help us understand what powered this kind of a move in silver and what do we anticipate there?
Right. So, Sakshi, silver holds both the properties as a precious metal and industrial metal. So, if you talk about supply, there is a demand supply mismatch for the fifth straight year for silver. And if you look at the demand, it's increased usage in solar panels, electric vehicles, AI hardware, electronics. And if you talk about data centers, and all these demand from these industries are pushing the price of silver higher, and outlook of this metal is also bullish. And if we go with the chief strategy officer of BNP Paribas Fortis, he believes that silver may hit triple digit over the next 12 months. At present, it is hovering around $73 in the international markets.
Wow. So, there is a further rally in both gold and silver that you can really anticipate in the calendar year 2026 as well. This rally is not done yet. It could be having some steep corrections in the middle, but they could just offer you an opportunity to enter perhaps, because the outlook still is pretty robust when it comes to gold and silver prices. Right. Now, Rahul, help me understand, what do these sharp moves that we witnessed and are ongoing in both gold and silver, what do they indicate for an Indian economy?
Okay. So, Sakshi, if you look at some figures, the value of gold imports jumped 21% during August to October last year.
Yeah.
And similarly, the value of silver imports also jumped more than 100% during the same year. So, undoubtedly, rising gold and silver prices may hurt our import bill. As a result, it may impact our current account deficit. We may see some outflows in dollar reserve, and overall, it may further put pressure on our Indian rupee.
Okay. Yeah. Now, when we talk about the widespread bullishness that we are seeing on both the precious metals, what are the risks or the macro factors that you believe that could cap any further upside in gold and silver?
Right. So, Sanji, if there will be any ceasefire in Ukraine, and if interest rates will go up, and any chances of stronger economic data, these sectors may put some cap on the upside of these metals. And some market experts also believe that the prices may take a pause at that time as they have risen too far too fast.
Yeah.
However, experts like Philip of BNP Paribas Fortis thinks that by next Christmas the precious metal complex will be much higher than they are today. So overall, the outlook is positive.
Okay, the outlook is still positive, although these are the factors that you should definitely keep an eye out on that could somehow indicate whether a pause or a complete stop on the rally is coming. Though right now there are no indicators
Right.
to point out to that as well. All right, Rahul, I think this is one story that everybody from our viewers would want to really read into to find out what's behind this glittering rally and whether this can continue to shine bright in your portfolios too. But let's shift focus to the two-wheelers and the electric vehicle space is concerned. Karan Dhar is with us. Karan, for sure, everybody has been really looking at the rise of these electric two-wheelers around us. First, it was Ola. In fact, it was being seen as the poster boy of electrification. Then came in so many, troubles, negative news flows, safety concerns that really pulled down the sentiments around Ola as well. But let's also talk about Ather. 2025 was the year when both Ola and Ather Energy made their debut on D Street as well. And therefore, most of the investors tried to understand what really is happening in the electric two-wheeler space. Interestingly, you pointed out in your story that both Bhavish Agarwal and Tarun Mehta, who the owners of Ola and Ather Energy, respectively, they are from IIT background. But both these IIT giants or these IIT technicians have actually thought about a completely different way of forming their own EV companies. Give us a sense of what you've studied.
That's correct, Sakshi. So it's a story of how two IITian founders chose different paths to build their startups. On the one side, we have Ola Electric, which believed in Big Bang. It was late to the it launched its first scooter in 2021, while Ather Energy launched its first scooter in 2018. Even though Ather was the first one to launch, Ola quickly scaled up its business, and it was the top selling EV maker in India in 2023 and 2024. But in 2025, it has fallen behind Ather Energy, and that's where that's why we did this story. So what really happened was it's a three-pronged strategy that in Ola's case, the distribution. Last Christmas Day, Bhavish Agarwal of Ola Electric said that we'll ramp up our distribution from 750 stores to 4,000 stores, and it was such a huge jump in its store count. But on the other hand, Ather Energy was taking it slow and steady. It had around it had around 150 stores until last year, and then it scaled up its stores after it launched its mainstream mass scooter, and now currently it has 524 stores. Compare this with Ola Electric, which has 4,000 stores, but it sells less than 10,000 units each month in November and December. So it comes to an average of a little over two scooters per store. So that's where the huge fall that we are seeing of late happening in the case of Ola Electric. And the other thing was price war.
I
When
think one thing that everybody would want to know from you is, when Ola came in, it came in with a big bang, larger market share within the two-wheeler EV space. Come Ather, what is the trend that you are seeing right now, and how are these two trends shaping up for the rest of 2026?
So now the trend is pretty clear. Ola has fallen behind not only Ather, it has fallen behind Hero MotoCorp as well in the monthly sales in November and December. So this is going to expected to remain like this because 2 month trend is going to sustain, I believe. And the reason for this is one is the store count, like we mentioned that despite having so many stores, it's not been able to sell as many vehicles. The other thing is the price war that Ola Electric started. While Ola Electric introduced models which were priced less than 1 lakh rupees, which forced even legacy players like Bajaj Auto to also discount sell their products at a discount. But Ather avoided this sub 1 lakh segment category. It believes that it says that it'll never launch a product in the sub 1 lakh segment. And now Ola is also learning this the hard way. They've also stopped discounting, and now that's probably one of the reasons their sales have gone down. And in the but one thing to Bhavish's credit, he has built India's first cell manufacturing plant, which even conglomerates like Reliance have not been able to execute yet. Ather has believing vertical integration. Ola has believing vertical integration, while Ather Energy has relied on auto parts makers mostly because it believes in a capital light model, whereas Ola Electric has stood by vertical integration even in cell manufacturing.
Right. Okay, viewers, we'll wrap it up on that note as far as this edition of BTS is concerned. Thank you so much, Rahul, and thank you so much, Karan, for bringing in some key sneak peek into what exactly can be expected in the latest edition. So, viewers, in case you are inquisitive about where the precious metals gold and silver are headed, or in case you're looking to find out how the dynamics in the electric two-wheeler space is concerned, and many other such interesting stories, then do go grab your copies. That's already hit the stands right now. Thank you so much for being with us on this special edition. Do stay tuned on to Business Today Television. Much more coming up on your screens now.